Hello and a very warm welcome to this masterclass where I'm going to be sharing exactly how you can create your own bespoke success map that allows you to be exactly who you are in business and for you to call in your soulmate clients and work with them in a way that completely lights you up. So if that's what you're looking for in the next 12 months in your business, you are completely in the right place. So I am live streaming this for the very first time over on YouTube. So I'm always up for new experience. I love live streaming. And I thought, well, why not? I've got a YouTube channel. Why not actually live stream to YouTube? So I'll let you know how that goes as well afterwards. So hello to people on YouTube. So this is your masterclass. This is about you working in your business, figuring out how you can actually grow your amazing business and to leverage your time, your energy, and your results. This isn't about you having to become like a marketing guru or a Facebook ads guru or anything like this. This is about showing you a really simple yet very, very powerful strategy that I use in my business. Lots and lots of my clients use it in their business, and it just makes everything easier in your business. It allows you to really look at your business from a strategic point of view, to be very creative in your business. And what's more, it allows you to actually call in a consistent flow of clients and money to you, and it certainly gets rid of feast and famine. So we're going to explore this in lots of details. Hopefully you have downloaded your workbook. As always, with all of my masterclasses or anything that I actually share, this is a bullshit-free zone. This is not where you're going to be sat here for 60 minutes kind of expecting some big solution to be delivered to you and actually discover that that hasn't been delivered to you after this period of time. I really want you to understand this, and I want you to get it, and I want you to be able to adapt what you love into your business as well. And I really want for you to have every opportunity to do that. So this is your time to work on your business. So hopefully you've downloaded your workbook. If you haven't, you can just make some notes and go back to the workbook later on. So just to introduce who I am, if you've not come across me before, if you're new to me, I'm Rachel Smith, a business grower, and I am a business coach, business strategist. There's all sorts of different ways to describe what I am, but really what I am is somebody who is really passionate about supporting women to grow their awesome business and to not go through the years of frustrations and kind of despair that I went through in my early years. And one of the things that I'm absolutely passionate about is really allowing women to grow a business that allows them not just to live like a little life, but to really live an awesome life, because none of us have given up the security of our corporate jobs or our paid employment just to replace that with running a business. What I've discovered through running a successful business is actually you can have the most incredible, amazing, awesome life, and you can start to rewrite the rules. So you've got to remember where our kind of understanding of the world came from. It came from generations of members of our own families who believe that the way that you succeed in life is, on the whole, through paid employment by, doing a job that perhaps didn't even light you up. But as we know, as entrepreneurs, that actually there's a whole world out there for us to step into and to create our own rules. And that's what I really want to kind of open you up to, that possibility. So this is an interactive session. I really do want to hear from you as well. So for those people who are on Zoom, there is a chat box. Come in and say hi. You're all muted, so don't worry, I'm not going to hear you talking to the cat or petting your dog or anything like that that's going on. Just come in and say hi in the chat box. What I'd really love to understand from you is, the things that are resonating with you. If you've got any questions, where you want me to expand on anything, I want for you to make sure that this time that you're spending here is used really, really brilliantly. And anybody who's watching the recording back, of course, you can still have this level of interaction. You can PM me, or if you're a member of my Facebook group over in Live Your Abundant Life, you can come in there and actually ask the questions related to this masterclass. So, hi, Nicola. Oh, God, I've done it again with the URL. I'm always doing this. Thank you, ladies. Oh, my goodness me. You think it's something that Aweber does. So let me just pause the recording. So we're back. Everybody's sorted. We're all live. It's all good. We've got lots of lovely people here right now. So for me, one of the key pieces of work that I love doing is, I remember when in my business, when I was starting to get results, but there was just this real roller coaster ride of results. You know, some months would be like, yay, brilliant, absolutely on it, absolutely nailed. And then other times it'd be like looking around and thinking, oh my God, where has everybody gone? Where are all my amazing clients? And, you know, that might last over kind of 2 months. So like in terms of profit, you know, 1 month might be like this, but 2 months would be like that. And I really am very passionate about working with those women, because these are the women who have, you know, you have a fair idea about who you are in the world. You have a fair idea who your soulmate client is. There might be some little tweaks about that. And it's just about starting to get, you know, a little bit smarter at working in your business. So it's a little bit about, you know, your mindset. It's a little bit about how you're showing up. But you start to make those little tweaks, and then everything starts to fall into place. And what I've discovered with these amazing women, when they're, you know, when they're in that kind of situation where they've been facing that kind of roller coaster ride, that feast and famine, is that when I work with them, that we can very quickly progress to generating consistent months of 5k, and that is quite an incredible sum of money for a solopreneur to be able to generate from their business. And this is when women, for whatever reason, is that they start to really sit up and take notice of themselves and feel like they've got a real business, that they can really contribute to the living expenses, that they haven't just got like this little hobby business. And from that point on, they really do start to dream really big and to step into all of those dreams that perhaps they've shelved whilst business is frustrating. So let me know if that's resonating with you. Let me know if that's you, if you kind of do have this experience, because, you know, I've had it. And what I do love doing is working with women who are, you know, currently in that situation, but are willing to do the work, to be supported, and you know, to get to the point where you're generating 5k in your business. And what would that be like for you if you could, you know, really regularly call in 5k in your business? So let's have a look. So Hannah's sharing that she's struggling to get a funnel working. I've got the thing for you today then. Sarah says she launched her membership site but needs to grow. Brilliant. She's turning over 8k a month but paying everyone else. Brilliant. So okay, so there might be just some tweaks there then, Sarah, that you can make, and then everything will be quite different for you. One of the things that you should definitely know about me, and Nicola's definitely heard this before, is that previously when I have, you know, decided to step up in my business and invest in my business, is that I've definitely had those moments when I've like been following maybe another when I've been following another coach, and, you know, I've really bought into their business model and it just hasn't worked. What works every time, what works is when you take aligned, brilliant action in your business. And what works is when you show up as who you truly are in business. And once I started to do that, and then once I started to program myself for success, everything started to change as well. So I am a natural rule breaker. I always have been, which is quite interesting because my eldest child loves a rule. Maybe he can't quite cope with his mummy being such a rule breaker. But in business, I definitely don't believe in, you know, that you should do this and you should do that just because everybody else is doing. What you've got to kind of have an understanding is that when you're buying into somebody else's shoulds, actually what you're buying into is their own rules that they have created around their own business and the way that they have decided to show up in the world. And sometimes that works, but in most cases, because that's not your personality and that's not how you operate, then that's when things just don't work and it feels like a big struggle. And that's definitely what I experienced. So we're here today to talk about your business. We're here to look at how you can get rid of that kind of feast and famine. So let me know, what you want to hear. What is it that you'd love for me to cover? And keep those questions coming as well. This is your session. And certainly for anybody who's watching the recording back, you can equally have your say. So today we're here to create your success roadmap. This is a roadmap, it's a business model, it's a blueprint, call it what you like. But I certainly had a lot of time in my business early on where I was like full of enthusiasm, full of passion, and then I'd rock up to my desk and I'd have absolutely no clue about how I was going to turn all this enthusiasm, all of this insight into from my niche into actually paying clients. And I used to spend so much time trawling the internet and seeing all these other amazing people creating this great business and this great life. And I'd be like scratching my head thinking, well, there must be like one solution out there that I am completely lacking. And how do you actually secure the ability to just keep on turning clients on? And I thought that there must have been one single thing that was missing. And actually it wasn't just one thing, it was a number of things. And that's what we're going to look at today. What you're actually going to be working on is looking at how you can put a roadmap, a business model, whatever you want to call it, in place that allows you to turn on a consistent flow of clients coming through to you as well. So Nicola shared, looking to turn interest into sales, no sign-ups for membership sites. Yeah, okay, we can do that, most definitely. Sarah says, I want to know how to organise everything you want to do, break it down, pick it up. Yes, brilliant. I feel like I'm treading water, and if I've crossed that money block and brought in income, we should be up and away. There's so much to organise, I don't know where to start. I have a huge community. Brilliant. Yes, you're going to enjoy this. So the second page of your workbook is really where I start with a lot of this. As I said in the introduction, one of the things that I'm really passionate about, and the only thing that's worked for me in my business, is showing up in business as I truly am and not pretending to be somebody else, not taking on somebody else's business model and certainly not using somebody else's list of rules. What has worked for me is having complete clarity about who I am, whether that's me now or the future Rachel, but it's kind of like, being really clear about who I am. It's been really clear about who it is that I'm coming to work with, and my niche has changed over the years. And sometimes what we find when we're stuck is that the reason why we're stuck is because we are feeling out of alignment or maybe out of love with our original audience. So don't be surprised if actually you complete this work and you think, oh my God, actually I want to work with different people. That happens. You're a business owner. This is one of the greatest personal development opportunities that you will have in your life, and you will evolve as a person. So yes, it will most definitely have an impact on who you work with. And it also comes down to being in true alignment with creating a business that totally works for you, that you love. Sometimes we create a business and we dive into it and we get going with it, and then you look at it and you think, oh my God, it allows absolutely nothing for the rest of my life. And I certainly faced that in 2016 when I was really pushing very, very hard, and I realized that my health was deteriorating. My relationship with my family members was kind of like skating on thin ice as well. So I learned a lot in 2016 about how to really step into being in full alignment, and this is what makes a difference. So that's why on the second page of your workbook, we start with really getting clear about what is your vision. So we always start with learning the lessons, because we learn the lessons, we keep learning the lessons. So for you guys who are here right now, I would like for you to just kind of turn back over the last 6 to 12 months and think about, what are those lessons that keep coming up for you? What are those things that, my lesson obviously is about URL links on Zoom, but what are those real lessons for you that keep coming up, that are repeated continuously? Because these are the things that you really need to learn. So one of the things that I love to do a couple of times a year is to do a review of what on earth is going on, because this review really allows for you to understand what is working really well in your business so you can ramp that up, and what isn't working really well. And if you haven't already done a review of the 2017, I really want to suggest that that is a great place for you to start after this masterclass. And there is a great review document over on my free resources list on my website, which is www.rachelsmithlifecoach.com. So just hop over there after this masterclass, download the workbook and work through that so you can start to learn those lessons. So you can take the lessons that are brilliant and kind of do something else with the ones that keep repeating, and these are the ones that will be holding you back. But let's look right now at 2018. Here we are at the end of January, and I want for you to just see yourself in the future. This is like one of my favorite exercises. It's one of my favorite journaling exercises, and I want to really invite you to just take a breath, take a moment, and for you to just really have that kind of peace. This isn't about worrying about the how. This isn't about saying, well, I'd really like to achieve this in 2018, but it's impossible. This is you having some playtime with yourself and just saying, well, if everything was equal, if everything happened because it was meant to happen, what is 2018 actually going to bring to me? And I want really for you to take yourself forward into the future. So it might be 6 months into the future. It might be, at the end of 2018, where you're in December 2018, and really just start to jot down, who is it that you want to be in terms of a business owner, business leader by the end of 2018? Who do you want to work with and how? So it might be that you have a new niche that you really want to get your teeth into, or you might be like Nicola, where you know exactly who you want to work with, but you just want a whole community of these amazing people to come and work with you. So really just take this time to really connect with who it is that you want to work with, and think then also about how you want to work with these people. So some people, are like me, that you only get the opportunity to work in school hours. What's that, about 5.5 hours a day? And I've got to put my hand up and say, I also take Wednesday and Friday mornings out, and I try not to do any work on a Friday afternoon. I try, it doesn't always happen. So even though I'm only working school hours, I do take some good chunks of time out of my diary as well. So this is all really relevant to you. There's absolutely no point in creating a success map for you that has you working 40 hours a week if actually that isn't in alignment with who you are and the other things that you've got going on in your life. So just have a think about how you want to work, how many hours you want to work, and critically put how much money you want to generate. So many women are afraid of putting an amount of money into the pot in terms of how much money they want to generate. So I really want for you to use that space that you've got in your workbook or in your notepad or however you're choosing to map it, and to actually declare how much money you want. And this can be any amount of money. There are no judgments here. So this might be a piece of work that you need to continue afterwards, but there would be absolutely no point in me talking about alignment if we didn't actually start by looking at who you want to be going forward in your business. So we want lots of brilliant, amazing ways that your soulmate clients can put their hands up and say, yes, I want to come and work with you. Or as I like to say, those kind of hell yeses where it's just like, this is a crazy opportunity. Of course, I'm going to come and work with you. We want to make it as simple as possible for you to call your clients in. But equally, we want to make it as simple as possible for your clients to say yes to you as well. That's what it's all about. It's not about making life difficult, is it? Right. So let's see what people have shared. Nicholas says, I've said at the end of 2016, I want to earn 16,200 a month and I will get to this. Brilliant. Yeah. Brilliant. Fantastic. Yeah. Anything is possible. My income goal for 2018, by the end of 2018, I want to get to £20,000 a month. And, you know, it is possible. Anything is possible. And that's certainly something I've learned as well. Yes, Nicola knows very well that I manifested my, well, in 2016, it wasn't so much a dream cottage in the countryside for weekend retreats. It was more like a decorating challenge that took us a year to get sorted. But we have, you know, we got really clear about something that we wanted to achieve. And yeah, we generated and manifested this opportunity. And it's absolutely life-changing. And this is what we're here to do. We're not here to teach the next generation of people to keep living this 9-to-5 existence. We're here to kind of stir the particles and say, look, this is how you can make a positive impact on the world. And this is how you can live an amazing life without boundaries, isn't it? Yeah, so Sarah's saying that she wants to live in a house the size of a Crunch Street. I love it. Hi, Carol. Carol's also got off the phone to where she was before. So this kind of page 3 of your workbook is kind of the crux of it. And the way that I'm going to describe it is a way that my amazing marketing coach, Sherry Thompson, actually shared it with me, and it makes complete sense. So in the past, we've always talked about, and I know some people have said today they wanted to know about funnels. So in the past, we've always talked about funnels, haven't we? So when we've talked about, you know, how you get clients to come into you, you know, wouldn't it be amazing if we all had a £20,000 product and actually that's all we sold? You know, and then, you know, maybe we'd only need 10 clients a year and we'd be happy days. But the reality is that we need a number of ways for our clients to be able to come into us, for them to try us out, and for them to have the confidence that we are the right person for them. And this is what we're going to work on today. This is your success map. And what I really want to encourage for you to do is for you to take the elements of this that are resonating with you, that you're going, oh my God, this makes complete sense. Of course I'm going to do this. And I can guarantee that at the end of working through this, if we put all our workbooks together, that all our businesses would look different. And this is what's essential, is bringing those ingredients in that are essential to you, that make your business and makes it different from everybody else's. So in the past, we've always talked about funnels, haven't we? And it's like, you know, you have your widest bit of your funnel is where you get your most clients through, and as they come through to spend more money with you, your funnel gets narrower. So the way that we're going to look at it is thinking about 3 lanes of traffic. So in your 3 lanes of traffic, you've got your slow lane, you've got your middle lane, and you've got your fast lane. And this works really well because we've all been on roads. Not many of us looks at funnels, do we? But we've all been on roads. We all understand this kind of 3 lane of traffic. So let's start with the fast lane, because this is the easiest lane to describe. And for me, the fast lane is where all my one-to-one work goes. This is like my most expensive way that you can come and work with me. So at this moment in time, the doors are open to my membership club. There's 3 ways that you can come and work with me in that way. And I can describe the whole model using that payments scheme. So you've got the fast lane where you might go, yes, I want to work with Rachel to generate 5K consistently in my business. But I don't want to do it in a group. I don't want to do it slowly. I want to do it really, really quickly. And I want to do it intimately with Rachel and get some brilliant results. So that is my fast lane offer. That is like my one-to-one, work with me for 3 months. Over here is £3,000. So you will probably all have some one-to-one work that you can immediately see sits over here in the fast lane. Okay, and then again, looking at my payment structure for the for the club works really well, because then I've got the commitment of working with me in my club for 6 months, and that's at a price at £199, and that goes in your middle lane. That's kind of like it's like your juicy group program. It's like your group training, whatever that is. It's where you're working collectively with people. It could be a series of events. It could be a boot camp. It could be your signature program. Whatever you have going on in your business, and whatever your business is, that is, is kind of your middle lane product. And this is where people get they get a ton of your attention, but it's collectively in a group. And then over here in your slow lane are all your really like hell yes, amazing one-off offers. So one of my, if you wanted to say, one of my middle lane products is a product that I haven't launched for about 8 months now, which is a product called Create, Launch and Sell. And that's basically how you create amazing offers, get them out there and sell them really fantastically. And that is around £500, and that would be another middle lane offer. So Nicholas says, is a membership site a middle lane offer? It most certainly is. The cool thing about middle lane offers is this is what you want to be known for. So for Nicola and for myself, both having a club, this is what you kind of want to be known for. So if you're being interviewed for a podcast, or if you're talking to people, is that you want to be talking about that middle lane offer. They can have a conversation with you and find out what your fast lane offers are, and you can equally talk to them about what your slow lane offers are, but actually what you want to be known for is that middle lane offer. So you can have some fun with that, but really think about, what do you want to be known for? And if you want some ideas, share it in the chat box. Come and have a conversation with us here and let us help and support you with that. So the slow lane offers, this is where I think you can have the most fun. So for me, these are like the kind of crazy hell yes offers, where it's a element of what you do. It's like a little taster of what you do. And these are generally products that are, depending on your pricing structure, but these are generally products that maybe under £100, $100, under 150. These are the offers where your clients just go, oh my God, yes, of course I'm going to do that. So for me, that's things like I've got a 14-day 5K money mindset program, which is under £100. My one-day events are under £100. What else do I have? I have, like, in a funnel that was built for me last year, I have a little mini program that I've repurposed the content for the funnel. And originally that sold at £97, and now in my funnel it's something like £27. And this was a little 21-day program where every day for 21 days people got like an actionable step. So these are the offers that are great, that they make a positive impact, they allow your audience to say yes to you, and they can come in, and it's like almost, most people can invest at this kind of price point and take the work forward. This is what we want. We don't want to just create a load of low-end offers that people don't actually take the work forward. We want them to be juicy. So they're like elements of the bigger bits that you're selling later on. So the idea with this model, just like always, because this is marketing, but this is the bit that's missing so much from people's businesses, that they don't have a way of bringing people into their business. So the idea with this is that you've got your slow lane offer, which is like your hell yes, of course I'm going to come in and work with Rachel, Sarah or Carol or whoever it is. It's like, yeah, I'm going to come in and do that piece of work with you, and then next time you've got something juicy, maybe in your middle lane, maybe you're promoting your membership, is that actually they go, I'm either yes or I'm a no. They know if they're in or they're out. Or perhaps they'll have a little taste with you over here in the slow lane, and they go, actually, I want to work with you over here in the fast lane because I love what you're doing and I want the results now. So let me know if that's making sense. Let me know if you're starting to get some ideas about how you can apply this to your business. But equally, let me know if you've got any challenges about this as well. But this is the thing that has absolutely fundamentally changed how I do business. So instead of like rocking up in my business and not really having a strategy for calling a consistent flow of clients into me, this is what I use now, and there is that consistent flow of clients coming through. Yeah, so Sarah says, it makes perfect sense, but in my industry, it's a little bit different. So Sarah, if you want to expand on that, let's see where we get to with that. Yeah, so Hannah, absolutely. Always, what do you want to be known for in the middle lane? And I promised that I would share how you got rid of feast and famine, because that is something that we do experience, and I've talked about it in the intro. And having something in your middle lane that is a consistent, like it's something that's giving you consistent income, is how you eradicate feast and famine. So there's a few products that might be. So for Nicola and I, it's our memberships. So I've got my 5K club for women who know that they want to build their successful businesses to 5K and beyond. So that is, there's the option to pay on a monthly basis. So that monthly income from those monthly members is how you create a consistent amount of money. That money is coming in almost guaranteed every month, and you can relax. You know that money is coming in, you can build on that. So that is all good. So Hannah's saying that she helps people to move to South Africa. She have 101 products but have a members club. So that's the one I should focus on for the PR. Yeah, I think if you're doing some PR work and you want to be known for your members club, that is definitely a really good strategy to have. Like your other products, where do they fit? Do some of them fit in the slow lane? Do some of them fit in the medium lane? And then you can get a great big planner, can't you? And actually plan out when you're going to release these things and how they, what you'd want to be looking at is if you've got some offers in your slow lane that are already created and you love them and you're feeling in alignment to get them out there and your audience wants and needs this stuff, is that you can start to plan out, selling those slow lane offers before you then go for launch of your club, if that's how you decide to run your club. So then you can, you're tasting the water, and what happens, the crucial thing here is what happens when you're going out there and you're selling any of this is, if you're going out there and selling slow lane offers, you need to have the same energy and enthusiasm as you would if you're going out there and selling a fast lane offer. So what naturally happens when you're in like the sales mode is that your visibility increases, because obviously you're going out there in a promotional sense, but also your frequency increases. And that's why one of the key elements to all of this is being really clear about your vision, because then when you're in alignment and you're going out there and you're selling and promoting your classes, is that actually what attracts people to you is your energy more than anything else. And when you're going on I don't want to say a cycle, because it sounds like I'm encouraging you to go out there and sell all the freaking time, which obviously you can if that's what you want to, if that's what you love. But actually, if you were selling every month, that means that every month you're raising your visibility. And what I discover a lot with women who are struggling to get a consistent flow of money into the business is actually they're not going out there and selling. They're not promoting, they're not getting into launches. So actually, all of that is absolutely brilliant. So Sarah's saying, parents and carers, been online business, I'm limited in what we can do. I'm probably just getting the imposter syndrome get to me. I could offer one-to-one and do some add-ons. Yeah. So even my marketing says she's never known anything like it. Our audience just do not like being sold to. They do not like being paid. Inside the site, they're raving about us and the support we give, but short of dragging them in, we are stuck. So Sarah, you have got a membership full of content. So have you ever tried to, and again, this is about being in alignment with you, but one of the things that you could try is to sell off individual, some of those bundles. So without the support, without the community, so obviously it's a lower price point. So you get your audience used to buying your content. So actually then it just becomes a no-brainer for them to step into receiving more of that and getting the support. Carol says she loves the idea that I could plan a year. Yeah, yes, plan. Even if you plan 3 months. So let's talk about marketing for a minute. Is that with our marketing activities, we've got to be consistent, but sometimes we can't be consistent with our marketing because we don't have a clue in our head what on earth we're doing. And the key thing is that when you start off being consistent about marketing, it generally takes about 3 months for your marketing, consistent marketing, to make like a big, brilliant impact, which is great, isn't it? But if you could have a plan for the next 3 months, I love 3-month plans because for me, kind of 90 days feels quite nice. It's quite seasonal. And, you know, a lot can happen in those 90 days. So if you had clarity for the next 90 days, what would you be selling in all of those lanes? What would that look like? And then you can get your marketing activities in alignment and then just go for it. So then you do your review that I was talking about before. You take what you like, you keep doing those, and you take away those things that you don't like. So can I suggest that, but we could, yeah. The reason why people would come in, Sarah, is because they would want the community. That's what you'd be pushing. You'd be like, here's the information, here's the content from like a standalone bundle, and you know, maybe take the key bundles that are really in alignment with what your audience wants, sell them, but then really make a point about, you know, you got that, but there's no support with it. Here over in the membership, that's where you get the support, that's where you get the community, the accountability, and all of those things. It may not feel right for you to do that. So it's thinking about, you know, if that's not the right thing for you, what would be the right product for you over in your slow lane? And there's all sorts of things that could be in there. Yeah, so Carol said it makes it much more manageable to have a plan. Have a plan. I know it's not very sexy and not very creative to have a plan, but everybody who's successful has a plan. Okay, so you've got this. This is brilliant, 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 brilliant. So I've given you some examples of what could be in your slow lane. Your slow lane's is really cool. Now, I did say, let me just expand on the feast and famine bit, just to make sure that this bit is key as well. So what you'd be looking for to eradicate feast and famine from your business is something in the middle lane, which is giving you a consistent flow of income. I've mentioned it might be a membership club, but if you're thinking, I don't want to do a membership club, it could be, for me, for a long time, it was my mastermind. So my mastermind clients working with me over a 6-month period, and they pay like a monthly amount of money. You know, that is a lovely, juicy amount of money for me to be getting every single month. So can you see that actually it could be anything that's in there, but it's something that you're receiving every month that you know that's coming, that allows you to like just chill out a little bit, and to, you know, the moment that you start to worry about who's going to pay you and where the money's coming from, that's when we start to really struggle to, you know, that's when the blocks appear, and that's when we struggle to build our business. Middle lane so let me give you some examples. Clubs, it could be weekly classes. So I've got a lovely client who's a yoga teacher. Her middle lane is a yoga weekly classes. It could be retreats. It could be a mastermind. It could be a program or a boot camp. So if you think about somebody like Denise Duffield-Thomas, she's got her money boot camp, and she releases, I think she maybe launches it a couple of times a year. So that's definitely her middle lane, isn't it? So Nicholas says, I'm lost in marketing, never plan it. I just network online off what suits them at the time. I promote my club and stuff. So, if you had a clearer plan, Nicola, about what was coming up over the next 3 months, and have some more slow lane products that actually feed into your middle lane products, would that help you with your marketing? That is the question, isn't it? Okay, so YouTube have just lost me, but I managed to be on there for 40 minutes. It's quite painless. I think it was Sarah who was kind of telling me a little bit more about YouTube lives. So over on page 4 is where you can start to list out all of your amazing ideas and aha moments that you've had about your oh my god offers. And if you want any help with that, let me know. But you know, you can have so much fun with your like your oh my god offers, these slow learn offers. And you know, they can be anything from little standalone programs, and these could be short videos, short audios with a workbook. They could be events, as I said. They could be there's just so much you could do. It just really depends on the type of business that you've got. And it could be that you take one element. It could be like a special 2-hour live masterclass where you actually just promote, sell and deliver a masterclass like this, obviously with the correct URL, where people are paying for it and they're getting like a big interaction with you, and they're getting the opportunity to work on whatever it is that they can work with you for. But there are so many really simple ways that you can create those oh my god offers. So Nicola says, can the monthly plan from the membership site be a slow lane offer? It could be. The kind of the key thing with a slow lane offer for me is thinking about giving people little snippets of what you do. And so it's funny with the membership one, isn't it? Because say your membership is like mine, where it's £47 a month. It's not really £47 because somebody coming in and working with me for 1 month is not going to generate 5k consistently in their business. So actually, that's why memberships tend to be a middle lane, because obviously it's a 3-month or a 6-month or a 12-month or a 24-month or a 36-month investment, depending on what it is that you do. For me, your slow lane offers are like the bits that are exciting for you to create, that are easy for you to create, that makes a positive impact in your business. So the little bit that I know about Nicola is that it could be that you create like a 5-day plan looking to increase somebody's stamina before they actually get into, and Nicola's a personal trainer, so before they actually get into working through your exercises, you're thinking about people's objections to actually exercising. It could be, well, I'm really unfit, why would I do that? So you could actually create like a really short, could even be a 14-day, really short exercise plan where you actually build up people's stamina. So then they're like, oh my God, I'm feeling better, I'm ready, I'm excited to carry on, Nicola's amazing, it's a hell yes to come and join the membership. So can you see the difference? And it's almost like your slow lane is the breadcrumbs to the sales opportunity that's in your middle lane. So mine will be a topic each month for the next 12 months. I was thinking if I offered just, yeah, so she's clear. It's fun, isn't it? Okay, so keep your questions coming. For anybody who's watching the recording, please make sure that you ask your questions and you're supported as well. You can do that through my group, Live Your Abundant Life, or you can PM me. If you've taken the time to watch this, to work through the workbook, and you've got questions, I really want to help and support you to do it. So I have been talking about the 5K Club. That is, the doors are wide open, and it's been amazing actually. I opened the doors in December, and there's like a little bit of a funny story really. So I was working with Sherry at the beginning of 2017. We were talking about products and services, and she loves a membership club, and she was saying, oh, what about a membership club? And I was like, no, I've done a membership club, I've loved doing it, I did it for 2 years, but I don't want to do another one. And then I got to November 2017, and I contacted Sherry and I said, guess what? And she was like, what? I said, I'm going to have a membership site. And she was like, oh my God. Right, okay, now we're doing it in November. And it's got to be the right time for you. And really what came up for me is I understand how to generate not just 5k months, but I know how to generate 5k weeks. But in reality, I am a busy woman. I work, oh God knows how many hours, 15 hours, 20 hours, maybe 20 hours a week. I have school-age children. I have a slight addiction to kickboxing, and I don't, it's just like I really understand how to gracefully grow business. That's the point I wanted to get to, is gracefully grow business. I have spent time hustling, and it's quite exciting. And if you're that kind of person, it really works well. But what works really well for me is the graceful hustle. It's like having clarity, being strategic, being all in my business and working on my mindset, but really doing it very gracefully. I don't do very much in life gracefully, but in business feels, when you get this aligned action, when you've got things in place that just work, business becomes graceful. And I would never have believed that that was possible, because I spent years struggling in it. But for me, I understand how to create gracefully 5k weeks. And what was coming through for me is this frustration from women who are really passionate about the business, who are working really hard and just not getting the results. And they're following all sorts of rabbits down holes and shiny objects, and really getting hung up on believing that there was one thing, like I did, like there's one thing that there was missing. And if they only had that, they would be amazing. And what I understood when I stopped chasing shiny objects is that actually, to create a truly successful and thriving, sustainable business is one that there's a number of things that you need to work on. And that's what I've created in the 5k club. I've kind of stripped out all the shiny objects, and what I've put in place is information over a period of time that you receive that allows you to put these foundations in place. Because sometimes people have like overnight success. Well, overnight, they've probably been working in the business for 10 years, but somebody can suddenly get like success. But if you haven't got these foundation pieces in place, that it does start to disappear, and you're back to that feast and famine that we've been talking about. So what I've created is it's like bullshit-free content. This is like what you need. And it's very much structured about you taking forward the bits that are really in alignment with you. So there's no rules in there like you've got to do this and you've got to do that. We started off opening the doors late December. We've got 20 founding members over there already. So it's a really nice, intimate group. So we haven't got thousands of people in there. It's going to take, like a couple of years to get up to thousands. I'm not even sure that I want it to be thousands. My kind of vision for the 5k club is that it's a community of like-minded women who are all in for the business. They're sick of feeling frustrated. They're sick of feeling as though they're not the lucky ones, that they aren't capable of changing their lives and generating brilliant, epic results. And it's about really giving you the focus, the community, the accountability and the coaching. So for me, I could churn out all of this content, but the bit that really makes a difference is the accountability. It is the coaching, and it is when you're in a space where somebody like I frigging care about your results. And one of the things that's working really well in the 5k club is that when people join, and they join for 6 months, they get a 60-minute strategy session with me as a gift. They're saying, thanks, it's amazing that you signed up for 6 months, and we're all in to creating your consistent flow of income. And what I love about this is that I get, in those 60 minutes, you get a pre-call questionnaire, so I get to have a nosy around your business. I get an insight into what's going on for you. And then what's been happening in these calls that I've been having with my clients is that I get to know them so well, and they get so much clarity, which continues over into the club. So then over in the club, I'm in there every day supporting people, asking questions, answering people's questions, challenging people, holding people to account. And my guys are already making a positive difference. I've got people who have really figured out who the soulmate clients are, what the messages are. I've got people who, I think it was Dee Barker, said that she's consistently gone live using live video, and her videos are like up to 3,000 people are now seeing her lives. You know, this is what happens when you're given like the foundation pieces and you focus on them and you get the support to keep making sure that you keep doing the actions even when you're feeling like you're having a bad day or whatever it is. So the 5K Club, the doors are open. They will close next Thursday. And if you're thinking, yeah, I really love what Rachel does, of course I want to get my business to 5K and beyond. I'm sick of chasing after white rabbits down rabbit holes. And I'm ready to be part of a community where we all collectively support each other, where we really get to know each other and we start to work on our businesses and take consistent action and have the tools to our, you know, we have the tools that will make that difference. The 5K Club is probably a really great place for you to come and check out. This is the, I haven't got the link, actually it's over on my website now because obviously I've changed the thing. But it's over here. It's a monthly thing is £47. You can leave at any time. Also, I don't want you to leave. You know, I like my group. I like to nurture my clients. But if you come in and it's not for you, you can leave and I'll still love you. The kind of other option is that you commit for 6 months and you get that intimate face-to-face kind of strategy session. And the other way is if you think, well, I don't want to do it as a group, I want to work one-to-one, and that would be the most expensive way that you can come work with me, which is £3,000. And with any of those things, if you think about the return on your investment, is I'm supporting you to call in consistent months of 5K. Consistent months of 5K for either £47 a month, £199 or £3,000. So actually this is, it's a pretty good way to be supported in your business. I've got some questions about it, haven't I? So Carol says, I'm interested in going from 0 to 5K as soon as possible. Is there a rule of thumb of how long it takes to get there? Well, if Kelly Carnes was on here, she'd tell you it'd take you 9 weeks. She worked with me for 9 weeks as part of my mastermind. And in that time, we got up to 5K. And it's funny, I've got all sorts of different clients who've got to 5K. So I've got people like Kelly, like myself, who've got an online business, but equally I've got people who've got an offline business who've got to 5K. And in my events, I've been challenged by offline businesses to say, well, I can't get to 5K. And really quickly, I've been able to map out like their 5K months and they're like, oh my God, I can't believe I can get to 5K. But it is possible. So Nicola, the 6-month one is £199 upfront. If you wanted to pay monthly, you can do, and it's £47 a month. So I know where Kelly is. I can tell you in a bit. So the monthly one is £47. It's the higher end of a membership club, because actually I've priced it like that on purpose. You won't be surprised, because actually what I want in the club is I want women who will take this work forward, who will, you know, will come in, who will be participative, who will get involved in, we do monthly challenges. We just did one in January where I worked with them for a week to get them an offer out there. And it was amazing to see the clarity that they were getting over that week, and for me to be able to hold that space for these women so that they can actually come into that space and energetically create amazing results as well. So so that is the 5K Club. It is available. The doors are open. Anybody who joins now and before the doors close in next week will also receive a bonus planning session where I take the content from today and we get a private group and we get into a little we have a day session virtually and we get hunkered down and we plan out your success roadmap, and we actually plan that all out so you have complete clarity. So those people who are saying, oh, I'm not sure about marketing or how to do a plan or blah, blah, blah. And just to give Carol an idea of going from 0 to 5, in the group, we've got people who've been in business for a little while, maybe 2 years, but we've got people who are brand new to business as well. And they're going out there and they're creating some really amazing things. So that is what I've got available. Any questions, let me know. Anybody who wants to have a conversation with me offline, see if this is the right thing for you, let me know. Just PM me and let me know. Any questions about today's content, about how you can relate this back to your business, please let me know. We're up to the 2:30 mark. So considering we've had that little whoopsie woo at the beginning, we've been going for, properly for about 50 minutes. So if there's anything that you want me to recap, anything that you want me to look at that's specifically to your business, let me know. And in terms of where Kelly is, Kelly spent as part of my mastermind clients came to York yesterday, and I chucked them in a room and closed the door on them, and I made them work on their business. Not that Kelly needs any encouragement to do that, and none of them do actually, but we just had a day where we came together in York in this really amazing space, and people who come and join the 5K Club will be able to access my live events. My next one's going to be in April. They're always in York, which is dead accessible, either by road or by train. And bye Hannah, take care. And so the events are amazing, they're very powerful, but Kelly will be travelling back from that. Oh, thanks, Carol. Right, any other questions? I know we're getting up to that end of the afternoon mark. Okay, right, let's conclude that. Any questions for people in the recording? You know how to get a hold of me. Let's go out there, create your success maps. Let's make magic happen and start to live our awesome businesses. Thank you so much for being here today and persevering with the technical difficulties. I look forward to connecting with you again soon. Bye for now.